What's up, all you out there and you can learn guitar land? Let's do some blues riffs. You know, some of these guys, some of you theory buffs out there can tell me what that is technically called. But I call them blues riffs. So, you know, they're fun, they're exciting, they're in like a billion blues songs. Stuff you hear all the time. It's good, it's bad, it's fun, it's hip, everyone's doing it. Sometimes, all the time. Not enough. But, you know, whatever, let's learn some. So, as always, click the links below if there is any. If not, then, you know, visit Marty's songs or some of the other cool sites that he's got. Let's get on it. Alright. Alright, so we're in standard pitch, as usual. Or most of the time, anyways. And what's cool about these riffs is they incorporate a little bit of string skipping. So we're going to start really basic. And I'm just going to show you the typical... You may have already learned that at some point in time, so, you know, fast forward this part if you've heard it already. But what you can do is we're going to go, basically what these riffs do is they follow the shapes of the chords in a major or minor, you know, scale progression. So what we're going to do is we're going to start up here and we're going to do a little blues action by adding some chromatic essence into the little run here. So we're going to go up to the 9th fret on the G and the high E. So we're going to slide up and we're going to start all the riffs with the G string, right? So we're going to go, right? So you're just on 9th fret of the G and the high E. We're going to start the slide on the G string again. Catch the 8th fret of both the G and the B, or G and the E strings again. Go down again. Right, a half step. And now what we're going to do is we're going to slide from 5 to 6 and grab the 5 or the 5th fret on the high E, which outlines the major chord, right? So we got. Now, using that as a basis, you know, you can always keep going. Right, that's in that D chord. Right, so let's look at some other ways we can expand upon that riff. Right there, you can start with, you know, what I usually do is mix those major and minor scales together. So let's take a little run. Right, so it's that'll be 5 to 6 on the G, and then we're gonna go from 5 to 7 on the B, bend up a half, and then come back down, and then we're gonna go. Right, so it's 7 on the G and the B, 5 on the B string. Chromatic from 8, 7, 5. Then we're going to go D string, 7. And this is on the G string from 5 to 6. Hammer on. And then grab the 5th on the high E. So we got... right? We can go down here to the 10th fret. Right, so you're going 10, 9, half bend on the high E. Go right back into that minor pentatonic right there. So it's 10 and 8 on the B, 9 on the G. We're going to do a half step bend on the G string 11th fret. And then I'm going to slide from 10 to 11 on the D, and I'm going to grab the 10th fret of the B. So it's... Now you can also do stuff like pull off. would just be that riff we did in the beginning. We're going to do the same frets, the 9, 8, 7, 5, but I'm just going to pull off. Add a little palm muting so it's a little percussive. Now you can do these on other sets of strings, but when you get onto the lower strings, the spacing is just going to be a little bit different. So what we're going to have is, let's do a slide. We're going to get the A string 7th fret and also the G string 6th fret. Now the next slide would be outlining a minor chord, so it's going to be a whole step apart. So we'd slide from 7 to 9 and grab 7 on the G. Right? So that slides up to the D position. So we're going to be 12th fret on the A and 11th fret on the G. Go down a half step. The full step apart. Back into that A major pentatonic. Right? You just go up an octave. You can do a million different versions of these kind of riffs and just incorporate those kind of runs as the resolve to your phrase. Right? You can rock them up a little bit. Right, so you can do all sorts of different inversions of riffs and all over different spots on the neck, but all you're doing again is you're just taking 2 notes of the chords of the different, let's just take the major progression, and you're just taking 2 notes out of each chord as you walk up and down the neck. Now sometimes with those minor chords, right, I'll do chromatic in between, you know, like when you do that in between chords. So those are a little bit out of the typical, you know, straight C major or A major in this case scale. But, you know, that's what blues is all about, throwing in notes that shouldn't work, but they do. So just mess around with that kind of stuff. Really experiment with those riffs. And try throwing them in at the end of your phrases to resolve back to the 1 chord. Or, you know, whatever chord you're on, if you're on D. Right? right? So I'm always at the very end of different phrases just throwing those in. So anyways, I know some of that riff stuff was a little fast. What I was doing wasn't the point. The point is at the end of all the phrases was they were resolving into that same basic. So you can get out of just that typical resolve you hear them do in every blues song since they were invented. And just spice it up a little bit with other, parts of the pentatonic scale, and other, chromatic notes in there. Have that segue back into your ear, having that, again, like I was saying before, resolve. So anyways, work on that stuff, man. As always, check out Marty's other sites and links below, and books and apps and tuners and the whole shebang. All right? Thanks for watching, everybody. Marty and I totally appreciate it. And let us know what you want to see. Maybe we'll throw some other stuff in there, some tap or some sweep or some shred or whatever. Let us know. Keep us informed. Post. No thumbs downers, though. Let's just change that in 2012. Either that or just say, hey, I saw your video and I thought it kind of sucked. And here's why. Instead of just thumbs downing. I mean, come on, man. That's like punching somebody in the back of the head. So, I'm just kidding. I'm just babbling. Don't listen to me. It's late. So anyways, catch you next time. You can learn guitar.